Last time on Total Party Guild.
I'm going to yell extremely particular directions to Stennel.
Turn 90 degrees to the left.
Yes.
Walk 15 steps.
Wait, shorter legs. 18 steps.
What are the directions for?
To find.
And so Stennel does nothing. He's just like, what am I doing?
Well,
it's not my. It's
Who are
not
you
my
talking
turn.
to?
That sounds about right.
Welcome, heroes. I am Sean Rowe, and I'll be DMing this story arc of Total Party Guild, your weekly retrowave-inspired D&D 5th edition podcast. Tonight, the guild will be hiring
Vanessa Otero playing Jewel Von Onyx, the hidden Jewel Von Onyx, human bard.
Jeremy Blackheart playing Brilliance B. Red Moon, a fighter warlock.
And Justin Lamb playing Stennel Bjornsson, halfling barbarian, still trying to figure out where he is.
when last we played, our heroes had made their way to a warehouse where Jewel had snuck inside a trapdoor and had made her way down a hallway to a locked and secured metal barred room, setting off an alarm in the process. The guards had ran to go and find out what was going on, and Stennel choked the guy out. And then B kicked things off with a nice explosion and shattering of glass, wherein they fought some of these guys and they didn't kill anybody, which is rather nice. At the very end, the well-dressed wizardly gentleman who had been thwarting our heroes B and Stennel had run down a corridor, had turned around to face off against B, and took a maul to the face. He crumpled to the ground and outstepped an intellect devourer, a brain on long, clawed limbs. Heroes, here is your challenge. Stennel, outside, in the warehouse. Suddenly, all of the shadows go away. Whoop! And there you are, standing next to a guy, curled up, grabbing his crotch, screaming in agony.
Do I see anybody else around now that I can see?
Yeah, there is 3 other guys that were standing nearby. Well, no, scratch that. There'll only be 2 left. And they're both starting to wander away, their arms out in front of them. And then suddenly the shadows drop away and they can see where they are. And they kind of like look around, look over at you, look at the guy lying on the ground, slowly start putting their rods on the ground.
I'm going to extend my first 2 fingers, spread apart. I'm going to point them at my eyes, and then I'm going to point them at them. I'm watching you. And then I'm going to tell them to stay. You stay. And then I'll follow B into the office.
All right. So as you turn to go run down the corridor, in the corridor, Jewel, your back is up against the wall. You're completely invisible. No one else knows you're here. And in front of you is the 2 burly people that had been helping out in the warehouse. One of them has just unlocked the cage door, and the other one is still cranking on it, oblivious to what's going on behind him. The intellect devourer is standing there, looking down the corridor at B, and then you see it move, begins to run down the corridor rapidly, its feet scraping across the ground, running directly at B.
Uh-oh.
B, 11.
16 AC.
It leaps at you in the sky, the claws reaching out towards you. What do you do to stop it from scratching you? Because you clearly can deflect it.
I do a dancer's spin and then a flashy, like, presenting widespread arm thing.
So as you spin, it just like sails past you and it hits the ground and spins a little bit on itself. And then you feel this like sudden sensation, this like whoomph, and your brain begins to hurt. Go ahead and roll me a intelligence save.
You know what I'm really bad at? That.
No, I have no idea. Okay.
3, so 2.
No.
That's bad. All right, you take 10 points of psychic damage as fire begins to rip through your head.
And I'm going to have my eyes roll back, screen towards the ceiling, and start drooling.
What's your intelligence modifier? Or just your score?
8.
Your score is an 8. All right, it's now a 0, and you pass out. Jewel. That creature head ran down the corridor. You see it leap at B. B does this really beautiful spin and then screams, grabs his head, and then passes out. What do you wish to do?
Intellect devour. Okay. What are the two guys in front of me doing?
Well, one guy is still hauling on the crank, and the other guy just finished opening the door. He hadn't actually spun around yet, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Is his hand on the key?
He put it in the lock and then cranked it open and then pulled it out. So the key's still in his right hand, and then he pushed the door open with his left, but his shoulder is facing you, and he's like looking into where the platform is. So he's actually facing away from you.
I'm trying to evaluate if I can just pluck the key out of his hand.
You'd have to kind of go around him sideways. It's closer to his chest. So from this angle, it would be difficult to do that right away. You'd have to like circle around.
Okay. Well, fuck. Okay. I'm going to drop invisibility and as a bonus action not bonus action. It doesn't say that you have to cast it as anything. It just says that it's a feature. I gain the ability to cloak myself in fey magic that makes others want to serve me using my mantle of majesty. So as a bonus action, I can cast command without expending a spell slot, and I take on the appearance of an unearthly beauty for 1 minute or until my concentration ends. So I think that means I can cast it the first time, and then this happens for a minute or until concentration ends. During this time, I can cast command as a bonus action on each of my turns without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by me automatically fails its saving throw against command with this feature. So
he automatically fails?
It says any creature charmed by you automatically fails.
Oh, okay. So he gets a roll against the charm effect.
That said, can I use my Mac for Mead to help me? Because it gives disadvantage on charm effects to them.
Sure.
I can play my instrument while casting a spell. I don't know if this counts as a spell. Oh yeah, because if I'm casting command, sorry, I haven't ever used this before, and it's confusing the order of what's happening. It feels like the whole item is as a bonus action, you cast command without expending a spell slot, and then you take on an appearance of an unearthly beauty. So I guess that casting command is the trigger for this happening, I suppose. I don't know. It's just I can cast command because I have access to command other than this. So during this time, you can cast command as a bonus slot. Sorry, I just am reading it a couple times because it's I want to see if I can use that. I don't know. It's up to you.
It looks like using Mantle of Majesty doesn't cost an action. It just you use it.
Yeah, but it triggers when you are casting command as a bonus action.
Nope. It's just for the next minute, you can cast command on each of your turns as a bonus action.
Okay, but command isn't a charm. Is command considered a charm effect?
I believe so.
Because it doesn't say they are charmed by you in it.
No, it's not.
It does not say charmed by you.
That's fine.
I don't know. It's probably just a command ability.
Right. But
so
then
what's your command?
It does say any creature charmed by you. So that's if you have charmed them, then they can't do a saving throw against your command.
Right.
Okay.
So do you have the charm ability as your character or a spell charm?
I don't have it up or anything. I don't think I have it, and I don't have it. Okay.
Okay. Well, it's supposed to combo with enthralling performance,
which I don't have time for.
If you perform,
which does produce a charm effect.
Charmed by you, and then you can Mantle of Majesty to make them do stuff.
Yeah, but this is an emergency use of multiple commands over a minute.
Okay. Cool. So you're going to go ahead and activate Mantle of Majesty. What's that look like?
So all of a sudden, from the shadows swirling into visibility, just that plastic overwrap look of something phasing into vision with the pink music staffs rolling around me all of a sudden. And then it just emanates this pink light out towards everybody in the hall. And there's no... I'm looking at it's range of 60 feet, and
that'll fill the hall. Yep.
Well, okay. I was looking at command is the range of 60 feet. So I'm going to use my first command on the intellect devourer.
All right. What are you telling it?
I'm going to tell him to serve.
What's that do?
I mean, you
What's serve
can
do?
only use
It's just a one-word
you can only use
command.
one-word commands.
Don't they only have to do it for the turn though?
Right.
Is it for the turn or is it until it's done? It just might be till for the turn. If you do so, the DM determines how the target behaves. If the target can't follow your command, the spell ends.
Or follow the command on its next turn. So one turn.
It's going to roll a wisdom
Okay.
save. So what does it have to be?
15.
All right, rolled an 11. So it will serve you
Yes.
on its next turn.
All right.
So you explode out and suddenly appear out of nowhere this glowing, beautiful, ethereal creature in this hallway. The man who is standing nearby you with the key like spins around. He eyes you. He eyes the intellect devourer, and then he goes back to you, and his eyes just like get wide and saucery as he's staring at you. The other guy who's still cranking kind of like stops and looks up and sees the intellect devourer at the end of the hallway, and freaks out and lets go. And you can now see it starting to spin the other
Yeah.
way, and the platform begin to lower back down again.
Okay. So I come out of hiding like Galadriel when she's trying to get Frodo to give her the ring, but I'm pink and I'm like, serve. And then both of them kind of are freaking out. And that was my bonus action. So for my full action, can I try to get that key from him? Just like pluck.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll me a what's the sleight of hand ability?
Sleight of hand.
Yep, I'll do that one.
Ooh, that is 14.
You easily pluck it from his hands as he's standing there, gaping mouthed, just staring
And I'll
at
wink. Thank you.
Yoink.
You hear the sounds of Stennel as he begins to run down the stairs. Stennel, at the bottom of the stairwell, you see an intellect devourer, a brain on those legs. You'd run across them just briefly before, standing over the body of B.
Oh. I think I went a full round without being injured or injuring anybody. So I'm pretty sure I dropped my rage at that point.
Yep.
But I'm gonna rediscover it. And I would like to officially transition back to the use of deadly force. Deadly force has officially been authorized in Stennel. So as I'm heading that, like, I don't even break stride, but I see this just absolute monstrosity, and I can't tell if its back is to me, if its front is to me. What am I even looking? Just a mass of goo. But I'm coming down the stairs, and I'm going to launch myself, turn the sword so that I've got it like stabbing downwards, and I'm going to try and land and plunge the frost brand into it.
All right, go ahead and roll an attack. All right, go ahead and recklessly attack.
This has gotta end. This can't be a stab it in the brain. 18.
That hits.
Oh, come on, dice. Do not betray. That is betray. That's 7 physical and 4 frost damage.
All right, so you go. Well, you have a second
I
attack.
have a second attack.
Yeah, so you probably should go ahead. We'll do the total sum of the damage here.
Do you remember what the first one was?
I do.
Oh, and that's a crit.
I knew this was coming. I had a feeling.
Okay. So now, finally, I think this is my first total party guild crit. Maybe second. Re-listen to the stuff. 27 on the second hit.
27. Yes, plus your 11 for a grand total of 38. Yeah. You go flying down the corridor. Your blade slips in your hand. It plunges down into the creature. The blade slides all the way through the brain, smacking into the ground right by B's crotch. And then the frost brand like lights up, and you see the frost roll through the brain, and ice begins to form on the outside, and then you see it crackle over as ice just flows through the entire creature's physical body, and then it shatters into like a gooey, shattery, ice-filled mess onto the ground.
Oh, can I superhero land once I land on the ground?
Yeah. Your eyes, filled with rage, snap up, and you see the most beautiful creature you've ever witnessed standing in the hallway in front of you. You can barely even see the other two people in the hallway through the glow the pink-filled glow of Jewel.
So before I saw Jewel, I was about 65% rage and 35% fear. So what am I now? 100% in awe.
100% in
I
awe.
move my fingers from the intellect devourer, pointing at it, and move it to you and make little finger hearts.
Oh, I would like to swoon, please.
Too much time in Bantham.
Do like that anime drop.
The guy in the hallway next to Jewel who's staring at her is like, what the hell was that? What was that?
They're not fighting. They're just stammering.
Yeah. Not,
And we
not
know
fun.
what it is because we've been dealing with mind flare shenanigans, right?
Yep.
You also saw them in your first arc and were filled in.
Right. Dog brains. Brain dogs.
Dog brains. That's where'd it come
What
from?
are you guys doing?
Why was it
With an
we thought
intellect
it was
devourer.
Well, I didn't know we had whatever that is. That's Chauncey. And the other guy had stopped and like freaking out. It's like, you should probably just like whatever you need.
Whatever we need.
Yeah.
Get us.
Yeah.
Bring us Reslin.
And he's staring at you. And you go, I don't know what you mean.
He doesn't know who Reslin is.
He doesn't seem to know who Reslin is.
You guys have a young boy beaten up in your cells downstairs.
Yeah, but say it like a resonant, like radiant god.
I mean, I can cast command again, but it's only one word. Help.
You want to go downstairs? That's fine. Like, but I don't know who this person you're talking about, and we don't keep kids in the cells.
What about the ring that? Oh, fuck, I don't remember the boss's name. Vanessa doesn't remember the boss.
Literally have no idea what you're talking about.
Besselman. Who's Besselman?
My employer, Mr. Besselman, he owns the warehouse.
Okay. And what would you say you do here?
I'm the foreman. I make sure that we get all the crates loaded, make sure the delivery schedules are on time. Like, I've seen his other guys come and go, the ones in the suits. I don't trust them much, but, paid pretty nice, so keep my mouth shut, eyes closed, just keep us on schedule.
Okay. Thinking
Can
of
I be
my vocabulary.
lightly tapping my palm against B's cheek and like shaking his shirt a bit? B,
I'm just
B,
drooling.
wake up.
Drooling a lot.
We're gonna need to take him back to the guild.
B, wake up, B.
He'll be okay. The thing's dead, right? So come this way.
How many letters am I holding up?
How many letters? He's signing at you.
B.
What's in the basement? What's down below?
That's where some of the offices, not the offices. Some of the crates come up that way.
And you don't have any like storage cells down there?
I'm not in charge of dealing with that. They bring them up, those men in the fancy suits, and we put them on the carts.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out in my brain what I need to do because we're down a member. Fuck.
I have never been conked out by an intellect devourer before, so I don't know. What were you gonna say?
I don't have anything to restore you with at all. So
What were you gonna say, Stennel?
Oh, okay. So there's a lift
Mhm.
and a door, right?
Mhm.
And you were trying to pick the lock on the door. Is that correct?
Mhm.
But the door's not. It's a different thing to the lift. So there's an open door and a lift.
yeah, it's like a big locked prison door, and then on the other side of it there's a lift going down and the door's open.
But again, just clarifying for my own mental imagery, it's not the door to the lift, right?
I don't know what else is on the other side. He just said on the other side you can see a wooden platform, and when I moved that gear the platform went down. So I'm not sure if that's all that's on that side or if there's a walkway or anything.
Okay, so it was a door to the lift area. Got it.
To the
It sounds like we're going down. But so it was an intellect devourer that came back up the lift.
No, the wizard guy that cast darkness on you, when B killed him, he became an intellect devourer.
Yeah, crawled out of his head.
How did I miss that?
You were struggling with the darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! His brain crawled out of his head and then attacked you.
Mhm.
That's grim. That's really dark.
You guys literally saved my life because one more turn, it would have most definitely beat me in an intelligence fight and then eaten my brain and taken over my body.
Gross.
Is that something you can be rezzed from?
No, it takes a wish.
Oh, holy shit. Okay. I did not realize how high the stakes were.
I almost want to just cast sending at either Milo or Spurin and be like, we have a situation,
What's the range on sending?
like anywhere on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we definitely want to like go down. If I need to carry B, he's kind of light and willowy. He's got that dancer's build. I can carry him.
As an aside, the Intellect Devourer brings your intelligence to 0, and then you are okay if you gain 1 point of intelligence. How do you get 1 point of
Long
intelligence?
rest or sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, nope. We were talking at the same time. It's gonna be long rest or lesser restoration, I think,
Yeah.
Cool.
So a nice long nap.
or restoration.
But you
okay.
gain 1 point of intelligence a day of long rest.
Yeah, and
One?
Yes.
okay, so we definitely need to get you restored because I cannot deal with a toddler.
A toddler with a space gun.
Yeah.
Toddler with a space gun.
That
I
there's
want
no way
part
we
of
can
that.
just take it away from you, by the way.
No.
Just summon it back.
Can't put a child lock on that. Can't even keep it in the other room. Holy shit.
Okay.
He starts getting upset because we're not giving him chicken nuggets. I'm giving him chicken nuggets.
He'll finally have his intelligence restored and be like, why did I gain 15 pounds? Look,
We had to
dude,
keep you happy.
you have a space gun and you wanted chicken nuggets. Okay.
Oh, this is my favorite day. I'll like fireman's carry him, whatever that like over the shoulder carry.
My
Wait, are we-
head's just dragging on the floor, hitting every stair.
Oh, God.
I'll be gentle-ish if I remember. I'll try for at least a couple minutes. But let's head down the lift. We got to
Okay.
see what's down here.
Come down with us, you two.
Okay.
Oh yeah, or we'll stab you in the groin,
All right.
and then we'll stomp it.
Jesus.
I like
He's a violent little one, isn't he?
I'll like shake my head as the spell fades, so it looks like I'm just like shaking it off.
Oh yeah, like a glamorous shake.
Absolutely.
Like a glamourless shake.
Oh, like in a hair commercial.
Ooh. All right. So you guys enter the elevator, and then it slowly wheels down, down to the depths. And then it ends up at the bottom of an area that opens up a bit. And you can see that there are cages on either side of you. All of them are open. And it's a fairly large area. There's also 2 carts at the end of this large open area, and then a hallway that goes farther into the underground.
I'm just gonna yell out, Reslin. Reslin!
Your voice echoes into the hallway.
Nobody answers.
Nobody answers.
I look at Stennel.
I start exploring.
What you're starting to you're carrying him on your back as you begin to explore the area. You can see into all of the cages. They're all empty. All of the doors are open. You don't even need to really peek inside. It's fairly exposed. There's no mats or anything inside of these large metal cages. There isn't the smell or stench of bodies being stored in here for a long period of time. It actually smells quite clean inside this area here. There is a faint whiff of like a chemical smell, something that was really strong above you inside the warehouse that is like overlaying the regular smell of this area.
Like a cleaning agent?
Not cleaning agents. It could be something closer to like bleach. It's just pretty acrid.
I don't know what to do. Is it
So what's
coming
the-
from one room specifically or just in the whole area?
No, it just is like overlaying the entire area.
What's the
Um,
layout? Does it stretch on into the distance or branches?
Yeah, like so right in front the cages are on either side. And then right in front of you is 2 carts, and then there's like an open arch tunnel almost that goes farther in. The tunnel maybe 10 feet in is sheathed in darkness. The area that you're in now has some neon lights near the ceiling that's lighting up the entire area.
Are there any crates down here?
Not currently, no. It's completely empty.
Should we hop in one of these carts and take a ride, or what?
Don't-
If we have to leave and then come back, we're gonna come back with like the guild and whatever guard force we can summon from the city.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be really hard to do anything carrying around B.
Oh, I
And not
I can manage.
No, but I mean, yeah, you can manage, but what happens if we come up against more intellect devourers?
We'll use our stunning intellects.
Yeah, between the two of us. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
between the
don't.
two of us, we are one smart cookie.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea.
Do you think we should leave this poor boy to whatever his fate is?
Okay, so it's like after midnight. Did we say at the beginning that Milo was out of town?
No, he just wasn't at the guild house at the time that you guys
Okay.
were there.
Because I wouldn't want to message Spurn because I hate him. I send a message to Milo using sending 5 spell points.
Okay, what's the
I'm
message?
thinking, situation, intellect devourers, B down. That's not gonna make any sense. B is down. Fuck. We're at a warehouse. We're at a warehouse. In West Bank. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't really know how much information I need to give, but I'm not sure if we should go any further or not.
Well, at least give like cross street names.
Yeah. Well, we have the address of the place, right? So
Just fold that in.
yeah, just say like 1, 2, 3 street. The only reason I would run to the guild is mostly because from what I know so far, the intellect devourers and mind flayers are like a huge deal, you know?
Oh, beautiful Jewel. Unfortunately, I am away, but Spurin or Osric should be able to help. I wish there was more I could do.
Well, damn it. I tell Stennel that Milo can't help. He said to message Spurin or Osric, and I'm trying to think of a good use of my 25 words. I feel weird going to the guild over a problem we should be able to handle ourselves, but for some reason our experience with the intellect devourers and mind flayers at the beginning of our entrance to the guild stuck with me as this needs to go through the guild kind of thing.
Yeah, like I think that's going through proper channels. Honestly, like this is not something that
Yeah.
we should be tackling. Like we didn't
just stumbled
take
across
a
it.
contract to help this kid.
Right. Okay.
We
I'll
didn't
take
take a contract to fight intellect devourers. Like this is bigger than us.
Right. I'll take a deep breath and know that it makes the most sense to go to the top. And even though I hate him, I will message Spurin. I will say, Spurin, we're at 1, 2, 3 Street because Vanessa doesn't know what street we're at. Whatever. I say the address. Big dark cave under warehouse. Situation with intellect devourer. B is down. And that's it.
A couple seconds pass, and then you hear, Jewel, terrible news. I will send backup immediately to aid you in your quest.
Okay, awesome. I'm not going to respond again because it's 5 spell points every time. Also, I hate him.
Do you relay all that to Stennel?
Yes. I feel like the dick
And I'm
is
gonna be
sending
like,
help.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that, B? They're sending us backup. I guess that means we keep going.
And maybe we should just wait here.
I'm gonna be trying to put like the weird hammer like into B's hands. But come on, man, you can do it. Closing the fingers
man.
around the hammer.
Firmly grasp it.
Huh?
Ooh, he's got a grip.
No, it's a SpongeBob thing.
2 other guys have just stood like off to the side, just waiting, just looking around, like they have no idea what the hell's going on.
Yeah. Me neither. I just know that I'm not equipped to deal with brain dogs by myself. Well, I mean,
Suddenly, the elevator that you guys had stepped off of begins to lift up and begin to crank up towards the ceiling.
hopefully that's the guild.
So Does it look like these carts are like the kind that you just someone pushes and then you jump in like a mine cart, or are they like activated by a thing?
See, if you get up close to the carts and take a look, the wheels themselves are set into grooves in the floor. And as you took a look around it on the outside, there is a strange like panel on the front with several switches on them. One of them clearly labeled "Go."
I'm watching. I'm trying to go between watching Stennel fuck around with those carts and watching whoever's coming up to the whoever's called the elevator.
Yeah, you can hear the elevator continuing to crank upwards and upwards into the ceiling.
Did we leave anybody behind, or could the guild have gotten here this quick?
It's pretty fast if you just talk to Spurrin.
Stennel? I don't think that's the guild. Stennel?
Not sure what to do with that information.
Yeah, me neither.
I was saying we should. I was still thinking we should keep going. Like the guild will catch up with us.
Yeah, but we have to lug around dead weight.
That's why you'll have to take point, Joel.
Oh, Jesus Christ, not me.
Besides, he's fine. See, he's firmly grasping his hammer. He'll be fine. He'll be swinging it in no time. Won't you be?
Vanessa is staring wide-eyed into space right now.
Hey,
no.
be assertive.
Be aggressive.
I bundle him into one of the carts.
Oh God.
All right. You can hear the you hear the elevator stop at the top, and then a couple seconds later it starts cranking down again.
Can we see who's on it?
No, it's a shaft. I'm sorry, I was trying to think and imagine in my head. It's a shaft. So where it's at, no. After it lowers down a little bit, it'll start becoming visible. So if you just wait a little bit, yes. Did you want to do something while it's coming down? Before they become visible?
I am at a loss if we run or if we fight.
Well, let's press on. We're supposed to save a kid. Let's go find the kid. Come on.
I mean, the kid was supposed to be here and he's not here. He's probably gone. He's probably dead.
Maybe he's further here. He's here but further.
You think that they have cells down this mine shaft?
Okay. Did I manage to get B settled in this cart?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he's in the cart.
He's got his hammer. Okay, I'm gonna pick up Jewel and bundle her into the cart.
Dude, I'm gonna fight.
Jewel, are you gonna allow me to pick you up?
I'm gonna struggle.
Jewel, come on, we gotta go. We gotta find this kid.
To fight a grapple?
No, I'm just gonna say that he's going to try to go and get you, and you easily just like stop him because I'm sure he wouldn't actually pick you up if you didn't want him to.
That's correct.
We can't.
Right. So.
I mean, we can't just take somebody who's basically unconscious further into danger.
The elevator begins to lower to the point where you can see that there is 6 sets of shiny shoes and the beginning of white suits.
Joel, now or never. What are we doing?
Fuck you, Sean. I guess we're getting in a mine shaft and going down into a mine.
What about the 2 other people?
Yeah, I mean,
they're still standing up.
They're nobodies. They're just like workers. They're not fighters.
I'll be like, tell your friends when they get here to let the guild come in. It'll be easier for everybody.
All right, so you crawl into the cart. There's several switches in front of you. One of them says "Go." You flick that one.
Is Jewel flicking it?
No, I think we can.
Anybody flicking the switch?
Sure.
You can now clearly see the suited individuals as the elevator continues to lower down.
Obviously, going to know we're down here. I mean, we could.
I hit the switch.
We could take 6 people.
The cart begins to lurch forwards.
Whee!
It moves slowly and then begins to pick up
put your hands up.
I put my hands like on either side of my eyes, like I am nursing a headache.
The cart begins to roll forwards, faster and faster into the corridor, into the pitch black corridor.
What are we doing?
Into darkness. The speed picks up. You can feel it as the wind begins to ripple in your face. The light from behind you fades.
I pull out my drift globe and flick it on.
The drift globe floats like towards the back of your head and then it starts spacing farther away and then it speeds up and then floats like past your head and then floats behind you a little bit. It's like doing this little like hovery sensation back and forth as the cart picks up speed. The light from your globe shows and illuminates the tunnel itself. But it's not actually that long. It's just like you come racing down this tunnel. You can see that there's a couple of offshoots. The cart does not veer towards any of those. It just runs straight on this track. And then suddenly the tunnel falls away. Around you is a buildings carved of stone and a huge cave ceiling above you, glittering with neon colored moss
Yeah, sure.
in a swirling pattern of purples and greens and blues all across the ceiling. You can see that these buildings that stretch around you rise up into the cavernous area. And each one of them are also lit by their own globes of neon lights and strings of lights and just tubes. And it's all super bright. And the cart itself curves around a small little alcove and then slows to a stop. You can smell like the sea and water, and it's right next to a waterway that goes farther off into another dark cave. There's crates all around you, but there isn't anybody currently here working.
Where the fuck are we?
Do the tracks just continue on, or do they stop?
No, they stop right here.
Oh, well, this is our stop. Let's start looking through buildings.
I'm gonna open up one of the crates
Right
first.
next to the area that you stop, there's a small like dock. There's a boat sitting in the water, and then there's a very large building, maybe 10, 15 paces away. So you jump out of the cart and open up one of
I
the
do,
crates.
yeah.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Ooh, that was a 20 plus 2, 22.
That's really good. So you crack open one of the crates, and inside of it is packed fish, packed in ice, just layer upon layer. But something's not right when you get inside this crate. It has that strange chemically smell, that smell that was permeating the area around you previously. And so you dig a little bit. And as you're digging a little bit, you see that there's like a little black handle at the bottom of the crate there. And you grab that handle and you lift up, and the ice shifts a little bit. And then you kind of dig around a little bit more, and there's another black handle. And you grab that and you lift up, and the entire section that looks like it's full of packed fish lifts up, and there's another crate underneath it.
Hidden compartment. Okay. What's in the compartment beneath it?
You crack open that other crate, and on the inside, in a velvetly lined boxes, is a handful of rows of potions and a couple of jars. You just see the top of the jar itself.
So there's like potions or something in here. I say to Stennel.
Oh, well, dig a few out and take them with us.
Why do they smell like this though? That's not how potions smell.
Oh, good. Maybe it's a special potion.
Can I pull one of them out?
Mm-hmm. You pull out one of the potions from the velvet lined inside, and by looking at it, it looks like a potion of healing.
Looks like a potion of healing, but the whole thing smells like chemicals. So all of the.
I will.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I can peek over Jewel's shoulder, see this? I'll just go ooh, and I'll start just popping them into my packs.
All right. You get 6 different potions.
Okay, so they all look different.
Okay.
4 of them look the same, and 2 of them look different.
Okay.
One potion is a small vial that looks like there's a fingernail maybe floating inside of
Gross.
it. And the other one is like this silvery sheen.
Pretty.
But the other 4 look like potions of healing.
Can I open one of the potions of healing and just smell it?
It is not smelling like the chemical smell that everything else comes from. It is definitely, on further investigation, a true to life, real, genuine potion of healing.
Okay. What's the smell, just to cover up their potions that they're smuggling out of this?
It could be coming from the jars.
Could be coming from the jars?
Yep, the jars that were inside of the potion.
yeah.
There's potions and jars.
Can I examine the jars?
You grab the top of one of the jars. It's fairly large. You pull on it, yank, slides slowly up, and as it slides out of the velvet-lined box, it's a jar, glass, filled with liquid, and a brain sloshing on the inside. As it comes loose, you can smell that chemical smell. It just hits you like a wave coming from this jar.
That's not good. That's not good. I think about all of the crates that we saw and the smell that we smelled everywhere. Or does it look like it's like a living brain, or does it look like it is a preserved brain, maybe using like someone's gonna eat it or something?
Does it have claws?
It does not have
Okay.
claws.
No
And
eyeballs.
to answer your question, it looks alive.
Okay. It looks alive. Why are they shipping brains? Who's shipping brains?
Maybe you were right, Jewel. Maybe we shouldn't be here.
Yeah, sometimes I know things.
Is this the kid? I say as I look at the brain.
Kit, Reslin?
Riesling. What was his name? Rosalind.
I don't know if we should. I
Red line.
don't know if we should be down here.
I shake the brain gently. Is that you, kid?
It sloshes around on the inside of the jar.
Talk to me, Goose.
Doesn't say anything.
Oh, man. Poor kid.
There is a building there.
Oh, yeah. We should probably look in the building, too.
Hey.
I go back for B, and I hoist him out of the cart, and I sling him over my shoulder. But I've got him over my shoulders, but I've got his arm in my arm, and like he's sort of holding the hammer and dragging it because I'm holding his hand around the hammer. Like, come on, man, you can do it. We head towards the building.
Little do you know,
All right, so you start.
if the hammer's away from me, more than 5 feet away from me for more than a minute, it just disappears.
So you're maintaining this hammer because of that.
I had no idea. Yeah,
Just making extra
I
work.
don't want him to lose it. Waiting for an enemy where I can swing his arm holding the hammer.
All right. So are you headed towards the building?
Yeah.
I'm halfway to the warehouse already.
Yeah.
So as you guys are beginning to make your way towards the warehouse, you can hear the sounds of the secondary cart
Yeah.
beginning to race its way along the track.
Yeah. I figured we should have taken both of them, and then I didn't. Okay.
So you make it to the warehouse door when the other one comes rolling past, brings to a stop, and the 6 guys in white suits jump out.
How far away are they from us?
Quite a distance. You can make it inside the warehouse if you'd like.
I'm headed
Should
into
have
the
stayed
warehouse.
so I could shatter them. We're gonna have to fight them,
Stays so you
but
can shoot them. Is that what you said?
shatter.
Ah,
Stennel, we're gonna have to shoot them. What if the warehouse isn't safe either? We're still gonna have to fight them.
Well, I mean, you can't shatter them from here, right?
No.
So wait till they get all grouped up at the entrance to the warehouse and then hit them. This will be our
Okay.
trip
Well,
point.
let's just go into the warehouse and hope that there's nothing bad waiting for us inside, because we still need to protect B.
Oh yeah, B can protect himself. Can't you, B? And I'm gonna shake him.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna use my other hand to like move his mouth. Like, I'm fine, Jewel.
I'll
save us.
We don't have time. You're killing me.
the guys in white suits begin to spread out as they're approaching the warehouse, so they are giving themselves some space. But at the same time, the guy who's at the lead begins to raise his hands up, and he's like, "Hang on now, whoa, whoa, whoa!"
Are we in the warehouse or are we?
No, you guys were making it to the door. I was just describing what they were doing as you guys were just having that last discussion. So you guys have a choice now. You can talk to him, or you can jump into the warehouse, whatever you guys want to do. He's still quite a
to you,
distance
Joel.
away.
I slam the door open and beckon for him to go inside, I guess.
I slink inside with B.
All right, so you guys move inside, and then you close the warehouse door. And you're sneaking in yourself. What are you doing?
Just walking in.
Yeah, I'll also walk in.
I'm going to like. I'd like to know what I see, but I'm probably gonna head off just to the side of the door and then get B somewhere comfortable.
Sure, it's not like the outside of the. Excuse me. The outside of the building looks fairly large. When you actually walk into the main area, it's a much smaller and compact space. There's an open doorway off to your left. There's a stairwell that runs upstairs. There's a long hallway that runs along the side of the stairwell. And there's a second door to your right, Stennel, as you walk into the room there. It actually kind of reminds you of just like a fairly large house that has been converted. To your left, there's like a front room where you can see like a window through that open doorway, and there's 2 guys that are sitting on chairs, and it looks like they're playing cards. So when you guys walk in, they're now just stopping and they're like looking at you. They're also dressed in white suits.
Fuck.
Like, hey guys, we got a casualty. One of One of the bugs ate another brain. Ugh, slump B down like we both belong there.
A look passes between them, and then they slowly stand up and like, I don't think you're supposed to
I don't
be
think
here.
you're supposed to be here. You're playing cards? Aren't you on shift?
And yet we are here.
Unbelievable the help here. Listen, we've got a casualty, okay? Like, help us out, will you?
I think you should leave before you get into more trouble. You see them start to reach inside their coats.
Oh.
Can you handle these guys?
I don't know. Can I handle these guys? No, I don't. Vanessa's panicking.
All right, so Stennel's
great.
gonna settle B. You're like, B, you sure? B, come on. All right. He's gonna pop out a javelin, flip it end over end, and then throw it.
You know one of the guys?
Of course.
Okie doke.
They're reaching in their coats.
Yeah.
I don't need any of that.
Yeah, I guess I'll pull out my rapier as soon as you start launching javelins.
11. A lot of fives.
It sails past the guy's shoulder, plants itself into the wall behind him, and now their look went from like more like a "Hey, we're some tough guys" to "Motherfucker."
I'm warning you. That was a warning shot.
Axes come out of their coats.
I was
Little
thought
hand
maybe
axes.
they'd be dangerous.
Oh, buddy.
How far away are these guys from us?
Maybe 15 feet tops.
God, I missed at that range. It's
Mm.
awful.
Yeah, you like.
It's probably
sunk it
because
into
my
the
arm
wall.
was asleep from carrying B.
Sure. Blame him.
They start charging in, their axes raised, and then from the top of the stairs you hear "Hold!" and they freeze.
That's what I thought.
What the hell is going on here?
Is that the guy?
As you look up, there is a fairly large man wearing a white suit like the rest, but he's got jewels and gems across every one of his fingers, and his hat is even more stylized, and it has like a band of glowing neon all the way around the top of it.
Fancy. Finally, someone worth talking to.
Besterman.
And may I ask the pleasure of your name?
No.
Did Jewel just say no?
Look,
Well,
we're just here for some kid that asked for our help, and you have intellect devourers attacking people in your warehouses.
Yeah, buddy, you've got a real problem. Like, you're gonna need to get like pest control out here, set some traps. Ugh, this is gonna cost you.
And by that point in time, the other guys outside have finally made it to the front of the door. So now they're standing out there, and the guy who is like putting his hands up to like hold, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir. We couldn't talk to him yet."
I mean, you've got a real problem here, pal.
Yes, apparently I do have a real problem. Perhaps we can discuss it peacefully.
I was hoping to until your men started reaching for axes.
You're on our territory.
Until I walk in here and then you're on mine. Come on, pal. Work with me.
He dismisses Stennel and looks at Jewel. Perhaps you're more reasonable.
Probably not. I don't really care about whatever you're doing here. I just want the kid.
And then we can come to an agreement.
Perfect. You have anybody that can throw a restoration at my friend here?
He glances down at the body of B. I suppose that can be arranged. Would you like to accompany me to my office?
I'll look at Stennel. And sure.
Well, it'll be my office once I step in it, but sure. Retrieve my javelin.
You kind of shoulder your way past the two guys, walk up, crawl up on top of what looks like a kitchen counter, pull it out of the
These
wall.
things don't grow on trees, all right? Some of us are poor.
He turns around and, completely dismissing you guys, begins to move back upstairs. His guys that are on the floor that you're on kind of like back up. They don't put away their weapons, but they don't look like they're planning on using it anytime soon either. The guy with the hands that were up earlier, he just like points to the stairs and is like, "Oh, he asked to talk to you, so."
I'll gather up B.
Yeah, I'll start up the stairs.
You guys move up the stairs, and the stairwell, he continues going, so he moves past the second floor and into the third. And the third floor, once he walks out, it just opens up. The entire third floor, all the walls were removed. You just see like pillars, and it's a very large, more lavishly decorated area than the rest of the place. But Jewel, for you, this isn't like your level of lavish. The guy spent a lot of money on his suit. And he thinks he spent a lot of money on like the art and the tables and chairs and stuff like that. But for your previous like stardom, he's not even hitting middleweight.
Nouvelle riche.
Exactly. He begins to move himself behind a large table. And as he does, another man in a suit walks up to him and he looks at him and says, "Go get the doc."
Go get
The second man in the suit turns and walks past you guys. And then Mr. Besselman sits himself on his large chair across from you guys. Now, again, since we are going to talk peacefully, my name is Mr. Besselman. And as a part of standard negotiation, your names should be shared.
I'm Stennel.
I'm Jewel.
We've been looking for you. Nice to meet you.
He continues to stare at Jewel.
Oh,
the entire
and this is B. I kind of give him a little shake.
I'm very Mrs. Nesbit right now.
Now, what I understand is you have in your possession an item that is rightfully mine.
Allegedly.
I would like that item back.
I don't have an item. And Stennel doesn't have an item.
Yeah, I don't
Technically B
I don't
has
even
it.
know what item he's talking about. Rightfully his. You
I
lose a
literally have
child?
no idea what you're talking about.
You lose a kidney? What is
There's a ring. It belongs to me. I paid for it. It was supposed to be delivered. It was not.
Who do you pay for it?
Please hand it over. Yes.
I mean, did you pay the owner for it or did you pay somebody uninvolved to retrieve it for you?
I paid the owner in good gold coin.
Okay.
This child does not understand the world of adults, and he believes too much in his father's upstanding nature, which is not accurate.
Oh, so there is a child. So you do have the kid. Okay.
I do. I do have the kid, and I'll return him unharmed. That's not the issue.
Well, Stennel and I have no idea what you're talking about. We were just along for the ride, and the only one who can tell you what he did with the ring is drooling all over his beautiful outfit. So
That's a fair point. Yeah, if we can lesser restoration him, he'd probably know what you're talking about. We were following B here. Isn't that right? Then I like move his mouth like, yeah, that's right.
Jesus Christ.
He settles back then and waits. It's going to be about a half hour before the doctor arrives.
when you send messages, you have to speak out loud.
I've always, isn't there a vocal component to it?
Yes.
I just assumed that was you saying the message out loud. Yeah.
I'm going
Message
to...
or sending?
What was that?
Message or sending?
Both of them have vocal components. Yeah, they both have vocal, somatic, and material.
So it
Have them
has
side
a
by side.
vocal component, but it says the target and only the target hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear.
Right.
Yeah, because you're sending it across like mass distances.
Well, yeah. So
Well, that was message itself.
the
which is a short
incantation
distance.
is different than the actual words.
So you say the incantation and then you whisper the words without anyone else being able to hear it.
Apparently.
Okay, that makes sense.
Magic
be weird, yo.
How far is the warehouse from the end of the from where, sorry, I don't remember the exact distance. Was it like 75 feet from where we landed on the mine carts?
That was like 120 to the entrance of the door that in the place that you're in now.
Fuck. Okay.
Yep.
I really don't want to use another sending.
You guys got about a half hour to wait, so whatever you'd like to do between now and when the doctor gets here is fine.
Well, the guild is coming. I just don't want to. Can I go? Is there an opportunity for me to go somewhere where he wouldn't hear me speaking?
Do you ask him to use the water closet?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. That's a thing that can happen. People pee in D&D. I forgot.
Yeah, he's fine with that. He just nods and points
Okay.
to the toilet sitting out in the middle of the open area. No, I'm just kidding.
Gross.
Surrounded by people.
Freaky deakies. Okay.
They're all just staring at you.
I could
I
bust out a
will
pack
lock
of
my.
cards.
Go ahead. Sorry, Justin.
Oh no!
Okay.
Just ask if he wants to play a little West Bank Shank while we wait.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll lock myself in the bathroom and quietly use another 3rd level spell, which will be 15 spell points that I've wasted on sending messages, and say, I'm thinking, okay, something bigger going on. Guys in white suits, some kind of brain shipping operation. I think we can handle, maybe stay back for now. That's the end. I'll send that to Spurin because I don't want him to send a bunch of people to fuck up our negotiations.
A couple minutes pass and he goes, Jewel, I would be more than happy to assist you in whatever you need. The team are standing by.
Too bad I'm going to have to probably... Okay, sorry, I'm just thinking about my spell points. Because sending is a very high-level spell for me right now. Okay. And then I will kind of wait a minute, look in the mirror, kind of pat my face and splash some water on it and just, flush the toilet, make sure it sounds like I actually used the bathroom, and then go back to the office.
All right, so you come back out. You see that Stennel is laying out cards as if he's playing against Mr. Besselman, who's just sitting there, not reacting. Stennel occasionally picks up the cards like, oh, that was a bad hand.
This is good.
And then as you do come back and sit down from the stairwell, another, again, completely white suited individual makes it to the top, but he has like a doctor's bag next to him, and he looks over at the unconscious Mr. B and walks up to him and crouches down and says, oh, my, look at this. Oh, this is not good. Not good at all. Well, no worries here, no worries. I can assist. And then he begins to
insight check.
pray. Sure, go ahead, roll it.
Okay. Don't just want randos, touching my friends.
Does he look trustworthy?
Cool. That was a 3.
Yeah, he totally looks like he's a doctor trying to help out a guy.
Oh my God. This is how you end up getting molested.
Episode where B gets molested.
The gang lets
pass.
a doctor play doctor.
And then a glowing like white light passes over him and flows into B, and then you hear B like gasp suddenly and his eyes flick open. B, the last thing you remember was a brain thing coming right at you to go and attack, and then nothingness, pure darkness. And then you open your eyes up and there's a man in a white suit leaning over you, his hands finishing to glow a pale white light.
Do I have 1 intelligence?
You have what?
Well, Lesser Restoration only gives me 1 intelligence, as far as I know.
What? I thought it
completely returned you back to its normal
read
thing.
it again.
Then it's not Lester Restoration. He's going to do the full thing. Otherwise, that'll be crazy. Crazy talk. I'm not going to spend 8 sessions with you slowly gaining your intelligence back.
Aw,
What a show.
But we'd have to bench his character.
he'd be Brick.
You guys just bring him back to the guild. Like, take care
You
of him
could kill
for a week.
somebody as Brick. Kill someone with a
Brick.
trident.
Oh, it has to be Greater Restoration in this, which is a 5th level abjuration.
Jesus.
Whoa.
So this doctor's casting some high level shit for you guys.
This guy has a high level
Magic flows
doctor.
over him.
Which means he's a what? Like 9th or 11th level.
Something like that.
9th.
The magic flows over you, and you are restored. Breaking some rules here, because again, I did not realize the effects of what a brain creature could do to somebody for that extended period of
Yes.
time. But I'm definitely going to bring more of them because that was fun.
Murder.
Oh yeah, I want all you guys running around with level 1 intelligence.
I'm going to grab his collar and try and throw him.
Hey, Rope B.
I'll try and restrain B as well.
Okay, so strength check with advantage for Stennel, and B, go ahead and roll me a strength check as you try to, or athletics, as you try to throw the dude.
11.
21.
You reach out, and Stennel's hands, like iron bars, wrap around yours to stop you from doing that.
Easy, buddy.
I snap my head to Stennel and then back to the doctor and then let go.
Okay. Oof. All right. Hey, I get it. I do. Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome back.
And I sit up and I rub my head a lot. And then I
Yeah, it still kind
I
of hurts.
almost puke and managed to keep it down.
Ooh,
I'm just kind
jeez.
of making that, ooh, gross, but also like nodding, trying to smile through it. Yeah.
Where are we?
Well, we made some choices. And I would like to introduce you to Mr. Besselman. And I'll beckon to Mr. Besselman.
So I don't have ammunition for this. But I'm going to change my hammer into an anti-matter rifle.
Hey, whoa. Hey.
You're just going to make it look like you can take out this guy?
So we've come to a standing agreement. He did agree to restore your little noggin there so that we could talk out the whereabouts of the property that he says he rightfully, lawfully purchased that is being withheld from him. So we just have to have this talk. But since Stennel and I have no idea what the fuck is going on, we needed you to help us understand.
What was it you're after? I ask him.
Please take a seat.
As I lay the gigantic cannon across my lap.
You'd seen that there was a startled look on his face for a second or two, but then he tried to like put it back underneath like just this gruff exterior. And then when you sit down on the chair across from him, now let's get down to business, shall we?
To defeat the Hun.
Nice.
Sorry, cut it.
No. Keep it in.
Will the adventurers come to an agreement with Mr. Besselman, or will they just shoot their way out? What's going on with the brains in the jar? What is this person talking about that he rightfully owns the property? Find out next time on Total Party Guild. But before we go, some words from our members.
Hi, it's me, Vanessa. I push social media, so check us out on social media. We're Total Party Guild on everything, and we're trying to give somebody a dice box, and they just won't take it. We're giving away a dice box once we hit 500 followers, which is kind of a steep order at the moment, but I think it'll grow really fast. It'll snowball.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it.
I believe in you.
I did lie last time because I did post a picture on our Total Party Guild account that does have a picture of my specific cursed dice in the box. So it is a haunted dice box.
Spooky.
Oh,
People buy haunted dolls on eBay, so
Yeah.
hey, maybe it's worth extra.
Yeah, this is one of those gifts that you get to give to someone else.
Like your DM. I'm eyeballing Sean's name in the chat because we are social distance recording.
And also go ahead and write to us at totalpartyguild@gmail.com and let us know your thoughts, feelings, questions. We read everything. It'd be great to talk to our fans and just let us know how's everything going. How's everything going out there with you guys in this COVID-19 environment?
Keep the chatter coming, because otherwise we'll just be bored if we don't hear from you. So rate, review, and subscribe, and send it along to the next person, the person who works in the cubicle next to you.
And if you'd like to learn more about Rosa, the cast, the characters, or anything else in between, please check us out at totalpartyguild.com, where you can read about all of that and more.
And remember, the more party shit, I forgot.
Guild of Many.
Guild of Many.
And remember, the
Eats
Guild of
more
Many
croissants.
defeats more monsters. No, shut up.
Party on!
Party on!